It is the 26th of March. Wow, 2021. And we are offering another psalm this morning in our series of offering psalms, where we began with Psalm 1 and we are up to Psalm 143 on this Shabbat. That is the day before Pesach. It's complicated when Shabbat comes and then the next day, the night, you have Shabbat, and then the night you begin the first Seder, because you have to get everything ready today before Shabbat. And last night was the B'dikat Chametz, where we check the house for Chametz. Chametz is not bad. It just doesn't belong in our house, in our world right now. It just is something that doesn't belong.
It's on the continuum of being.
Right. And it's that part of being that we need to let go of for right now. All of that puffed up stuff that would puff us up as we leave that narrow place and not leave more room for humility, not leave more room for wisdom, not leave more room for God. So we have the Psalms to help guide us into this holy time. Psalm 143, a beautiful psalm, a difficult psalm, a psalm that speaks of depression, the dark place, right?
That's something we can deal with. We sure are living with that.
Yeah.
Mahaboro.
Yeah. So this week we've been in a pit. We've been in a cave.
A pit? The pits.
The pits. In the cave. And this psalm takes us...
I love that word is used only once in the whole
pits?
Tanakh, the whole Hebrew Bible. Mm-hmm. The pits.
The pits.
I love that.
Yeah.
I wrote it into a couple of pieces.
Right. So here we are at Psalm 143, but we always begin with a Mishaberach, a healing prayer for those people who we know are struggling. We're still losing 1,000 people a day to this pandemic. We can't forget.
Yeah.
It is still with us. We need to be patient and humble and careful. So, for Sam, for Choco, for Terry, for Abba, for Andy, for Michael Kiernan, and the people who are in that place of darkness, who hold you in our hearts, and all the people that you hold, Heather, all the people that we know are struggling right now. Shaberach, calling upon the angels to bring healing.
Refuat hanefesh, urefuat haguf. Refuat hanefesh, urefuat haguf. For the healing of the spirit, healing of the body. For those we know, for those we don't know. On my right, the angel Michael. On my left, the angel Gabriel. In front of me, the angel Uriel. Behind me, the angel Raphael. And above my head, Shekhinah. Michael, who is like God, Gabriel, God is my strength. Uriel. God my light, Raphael, God my healer. Above my head, above my head, above my head, above my head, above my head. Shekhinati. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei HaCholim, and blessed are you, great healer. Amen.
Amen. Amen. And a prayer.
I found the prayer for healing, by the way.
Prayer for learning.
For learning.
Yeah. So here's the prayer for learning.
Somebody stole it.
Who's gonna steal it?
Somebody stole it.
Yeah.
Somebody stole my prayer.
Well, our 5-year-old grandson likes to hide things. He does.
Somebody stole my prayer.
What did you find in your shoe one time? He likes to hide things.
I think it was a thumb drive. Somebody stole my prayer.
I don't think so.
I
think you forgot where you put it. Thank God for learning.
Hey, here, I'll sing it. You can speak it.
No.
Whatever you like.
In front of me, God, my light. All of us learning for pleasure, for cleansing, ha'arevna. For its own sake, lishma. What we know, into. What we do, the works of our hands. All of us who come into screens, into circles. Purification. We launch, we do not wait for inspiration. Above our heads comes the Shekhinah. In a field, a forest, ahead a mountain, when the space is prepared, the word ascends. The oud plays itself. Shekhinah settles within. Shir Hama'alot, every song, a song of ascent. A shepherd led us to the border, to the mountain of God. Baruch atah Hashem, Hamelamed Torah, Le'amo Yisrael. Amen. So there are 5 steps, right?
Yeah.
Nice. That's good. Thank you. Thanks for letting me read that.
Quite welcome.
So, Psalm 143, you ready to jump in? Jump in with us, because this is a Mizmor LeDavid Adonai. Please, this is a Psalm of David. Hear my prayer, God, hear my prayer, hear my prayer. I'm shouting out to the heavens, so hear my prayer. Incline your ear to my supplications with your guiding faithfulness. Answer me. Answer me with what? With your justice. With your merciful justice. That's all we're asking for here is merciful justice. When we see, when we feel, when we know merciful justice, then we know, we're being heard. Verse 2. So, enter not into judgment with me, with your servant. I'm your servant. We're all your servants, right? So don't judge me, right? Because I know nobody's perfect. Everybody's got sin. Expect that. This is the way you made us, right? So, no one alive can be declared innocent before you. It's just the way it is. None of us are guiltless, free of guilt before you.
For
For the enemy has pursued my soul. Well, I'm not really blaming it on the enemy here, but the enemy has pursued me, crushed me to the ground, made me dwell in dark places. There's the depression, like the dead of long ago.
Oh, man.
What does that mean? Hirsch interprets it this way. I've been brought into the dark places like those who are dead forever. So not the real dead, but the dead who are still with us, dead of spirit. And we know people like that, right? It happens that you become dead of spirit. So
my spirit wrapped around me.
Right? We've been wrapped in good things like a talit, but here we're wrapped in a spirit that is kind of broken, right? Then my spirit enshrouded itself round about me, and my heart within me stares into desolation.
Pained, it's hurt, it's so hurt.
So this is my spirit failing me, right? Within.
Desolate.
My heart inside me is stunned.
Zacharti yamim mikedem, but I remember days of old.
But I remember, right. Verse 5. I
I
meditated on all of your works.
There's that word again. What? I meditated.
Yeah, you like that. Right. So there's a hint there of how to lift yourself up out of the depression. You go outside. You look at creation. You are inspired by the beauty around you. Esa enai el haharim, David said, at that low point in his life.
Yeah.
Right?
And the works of your hands, like in Psalm 42. I lifted
my eyes to the mountain. Yeah. So I remembered those days when I meditated on all your works. And now I dare speak even of a creature of your hands, right? I pondered what your hands have done. I ponder the
works of your hands.
The miraculous part of creation, not the broken parts. We know it's broken. We know we're broken. We sin. We know our bodies are broken. They get sick. We can't fix it. They die. But there's also wonder. There's also wonder. So, verse 6. So, I spread out my hands to you. I reach out to you. Like a languishing land, any soul yearns after. And then we got a Selah. We got a Selah there at the end of...
My soul is thirsty.
Yeah.
Or tired.
It's yearning. What do you think?
Okay, I'd say in a tired land.
An exhausted land, right?
It's a tired land, but my soul is still hungry.
Like the land that languishes for rain, right?
My soul is
grown
unfulfilled.
Faint from lack of, moisture. I'm dried out. Dried out.
My soul unfulfilled.
Selah. So, verse 7. So answer me. Answer me soon.
Quick.
Tired of waiting. I can't wait anymore. I'm dried out.
My
spirit is spent. Hide not your face from me. For then I would be as those that go down into...
the pits, baby.
The pits. There I go. I'm going down into the pit if you don't save me. I need your help, God. Can't do this alone.
Go into the pit.
Verse 8. Listen again, right here. Let me hear your loving kindness once more in the morning. How do you hear God's loving kindness in the morning? When we wake up, we're supposed to, the first thing you do when you open your eyes, you take that first breath as you give a hodu, right?
Here you lift up your soul.
So you give gratitude. That's the first thing you do in the morning, if you can.
How should I walk? You want to know, how do I walk? I trust in you. I need to know, how do I walk? Not how do I think, but how do I walk in the world? Because to you I lifted up my soul.
Yeah.
While you're at it, save
Verse
me
9.
from my enemies.
Yeah.
While you're at it there, because I've hidden myself.
I'm going to walk in your ways. I'm going to try to do the right thing. I'm going to, like you, be all loving kindness and mercy and justice. But would you take care of the people who are in my way?
While you're at it. I love that.
I'm looking for shelter.
It's like
So
an aside,
save me
you
from
know.
those enemies, right? Save me from those enemies. Verse 10. And here we go. This is so beautiful. How? Teach me. Teach me. Teach me, God. Teach me to do your will. Teach me to do your will. Teach me, for you are entirely you're the source of my instruction. You're the source of my wisdom.
My good spirit will lead me in a straight ahead line.
An even path without bumps in the road, right?
This is the
Without
word, another word to
stumbling
solve
blocks.
this life. It's like a straight ahead land,
Yeah.
you know.
Right.
Leman Shimcha
Verse 11.
Adonai.
For the sake of your name,
Tichayim.
give me new life.
Give me life.
New life.
Give me justice.
You know, that's what Pesach is about, right? Pesach is about thinking about what we have to leave behind, what we're going to take with us.
Take my soul out of the tzuris, out of trouble. Take my soul out of trouble.
In your merciful justice, lead my soul out of distress, out of the pits, out of that dark place. You know, for those who are feeling that darkness, that depression. You got to pray, you know, you got to ask for it. You got to ask for what you need. I know it's hard. It's the last thing you think of when you're depressed, right? It's asking for help. It's got to be the first thing. So finally, verse 12, what a beautiful verse. It always ends with the same thing, but how are we going to stun our enemies? Your loving kindness. It's always back to loving kindness.
All of them that go after my soul, all who oppress my soul.
All of your responses. Every response has to be with loving kindness.
And by the way,
I know it's hard.
Those that squeeze my soul, lose them. Kiani abdecha, because I am your servant.
So the oppressors of the soul, there are plenty. The outside enemy, but there are also demons inside.
Lose them.
And those you have control over. We don't always have control over the ones on the outside, but the ones on the inside, we do. We can. I know it's hard. And I know that sometimes it takes help.
Okay.
But we can do it. Loving kindness.
Ready?
Do it.
I am your savant. The song proceeds, Hello, David. Oh, God, hear my prayer. Lean in my pleadings. Your faithfulness, answer me. Your justice. Don't come into judgment with your savant. No one alive gets a free ride. For the enemy chased after my soul, crushed my life to the ground, brought me into dark places, dead forever. My spirit was wrapped up in my heart within, desolate. I remembered the days of old. I meditated on all of your acts, the works of your hands. I spread out my hands to you, my soul unfulfilled in a tired land. So it is. Quick, answer me, God. My spirit's spent. Do not hide your face from me like those who go down into the pits. Let me hear your loving kindness in the morning. I trusted in you. Show me the way I should walk. I lifted up my soul. While you're at it, save me from my enemies. I have hidden myself from you. Teach me to do your will. You are my God. Your good spirit led me in a straight ahead land. For the sake of your name, O God, give me life. Give me justice. Take my soul out of distress. With your loving kindness, uproot my enemies. Take away my troubles. All who oppress my soul, lose them. For I am your servant. March 26, 2021. Teeling on the ceiling. On the ceiling. Bless our president, our vice president, their sweethearts, and all their families, and all their noble retinue.
Amen. Amen. Keep them safe. Inspire them.
Shabbat shalom.
So Shabbat Shalom, everyone, and a Chag Sameach, a Chag Kasher, Sameach, a Chag of liberation, of freedom, carrying us from shores where we are stuck to shores where maybe we're a little bit freer.
Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, shalom.
So the chametz is gone. We're in preparation mode for the first Seder. The Maror, and the Pesach. If we do nothing else, we need to dive into the meaning of the matzah, the Maror, the bitter herbs, and the Pesach, the sacrifice that it takes to be free. The order of the Seder.
Magid rachatza, motzi matzah.
15 steps to freedom takes.
Maro kore, shulachan orech, tzafun barech, halel.
There's one of our psalms coming right into the Seder. Right before we end, we have the Hallel, the great Hallel.
I leave Mitzrayim, the narrows, every day of my life, or I don't.
Right. Well, we decided that we would be
The
back.
Seder never ends.
So we decided we would be here on the first day of Pesach, on Sunday morning. We'll just keep going. Even though it's Chag, I know, for many. We'll be back, right?
What the heck? Day at a time.
Inshallah.
It's a day at a time, sister.
But our hope is to be back on Sunday morning, even though it's the first day of Pesach. It feels like we need to keep going, right? So we will. And we appreciate you spending this time for us. We wish everyone a Shabbat Shalom for those who celebrate Shabbat in this way. And a Chag Sameach. Let it be a day of lift and a day of light, a day of compassion, loving kindness that leads to justice.